Welcome to Roamstead in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee.
Here we are at the entrance to Roamstead in Cosby, Tennessee. As you're pan to the right from the bridge coming in, there's some of the cabins that you see. And we'll get a look at those in just a little bit. But right now we're gonna do a walk around so you guys can see better the sights. As we come in the bridge here, they have changed the direction in which you go around the campground. You used to go to the left when it was Imagination Mountain. Now it's to the right. As you come in, the first site that was on the right is of course still here. That one's for one of your smaller rigs. You can see with each of the sites as we go through, they've put up these little level areas and have installed fire pits, and a lot of them have picnic tables up on it, as you can see by the ones back over there.
Bugs.
You can see the picnic tables back over on those other two sites. And just about every site in this campground has creek footage. So you're gonna get that babbling creek at just about every site, or cabin, because they have the cabins lining the creek as well. Step out of here. This one I'm not seeing a number on there.
This one might be just like one of those, like if they bring their camper and want to stay in a campsite. That's probably like one of them.
So you come in and come to the right. And right over to the left is the little playground area with swings and kind of a little open area here. They have installed animal stations or waste stations for the animals. They have bags and a trash for it. Over there is the bathhouse and laundry room, which we'll get to in a little bit. Back on the right side is site 21F, 20F, and 19F. These are definitely made for smaller campers, and they're only a full hookup, which means they have water, electric, and sewer. It's just not a deluxe site. And if you need to dump, right across from these three is the dump station that you can use. And one thing the kids are excited about that they put here, as they've remodeled everything, is the Gaga Ball pit. This is something the kids did at camp and loved at their summer camp. Starting with the cabins, and I believe that these are the pine cabins. Yep, pine 18 right there. And hopefully we'll get to look inside a few different types of those today. The owners have been gracious enough to kind of let us come in and video some of those that are not occupied. All right, and these are more of the cabins here. And we're just gonna go around the campground here. We'll step over into the yurt section up here. And there are a total of 5 pine cabins right through here on this side of the stream. Just to show you on the other side, there's cabins on that other side too, which I believe those are maple. And right up here is a nice little footbridge that goes across to the other cabins, the pool, and the lodge over there, which we'll get to in just a little bit. There's site 45D, which definitely looks to be for a smaller, but this is a deluxe site. You can see all the space that you have outside of the camper spot. 44D, also deluxe, and 43D, which 43, if you can fit your camper in there, is probably one of the best spots in the campground, because you've got stream behind you, stream in front of you. You're kind of just surrounded by the stream on all sides.
Mama was behind you.
Yeah, we wanted that spot, but it might be a little difficult for our size camper. This is the stream right outside of Site 43. We're not really going to get their camper. This is what they have in front of them. And they've also got one that runs behind them over there that comes into this one. We're going to step on over here to the Yurt Village. Just right here to our right as we come in is a remodeled bathroom for tents. There's also a dishwashing station. And we'll walk up here and take a look inside these. You can see it's literally just a toilet and a sink. But if you had no place to go, this is it, right? Better than the woods for the ladies out there. Dishwashing station, and you see they've got some caulk up there, some paint on the bottom, so they're still doing some work. They have put up privacy fences for the tent sites.
I don't think anyone's in them.
See, it's a nice little area for the tent site. You got your electric right here. And that was tent site 52. This is 53. Very shaded in the entire park. Each tent site has electric, water, and a picnic table. And a fire pit, it looks like. '54 appears to probably be one of the bigger tent sites.
Not as much.
Looks like they're not completely done with the privacy fence on the front here, so we can just kind of see over the top. Then we have 55 here, which actually might be the biggest looking at that. Now this also does back up right to, looks like some private property on back of the campground. There also appears to be kind of a common area out here. So come on around, this is the Yurt Village. I'm gonna walk up through some of these. You can definitely tell that they're still doing some work back here on the grading and landscaping and stuff. That is Yurt 58. They have their own deck. Looks like there's some patio furniture. Picnic table outside. And there is a much smaller stream on this side, but there is access to a stream. And there's a grill. Not sure if they're going to replace that one or not. It looks pretty worn. They're replacing a lot of stuff. And all of their yurts now, too, they actually have mini split AC and heat. So before, I think they were window units that might not have worked very well. They've made them a whole lot more efficient, and the yurts themselves look a whole lot better. See the landscaping up through here, all the picnic tables. Since nobody's in these, we're gonna walk down here to the stream. Somebody's left a little firewood. See, Adley's gonna step on down here.
Good fishing spot. There's a bunch of fish down here.
Nice little mini waterfall up there. You see this one runs back down into the main stream there. So there are lights on in there. We're not gonna turn the camera that way just in case that is someone's stuff. But if you come right down here, not going much further, there's a nice little campfire where they've got some Adirondack chairs set around. Some nice little area to congregate in the evenings, roast some marshmallows, enjoy the stream. Very nice back in here. And we're walking out the other side of the yurt village. This is the other side of the bridge, the yurt village to the right, camping sites to the left. One thing, if you've been here when it was Imagination Mountain, you'll notice the sites are oriented just a little bit different in some. I think there's 2 fewer sites overall, just based on how everything was redone. But this is 42F. This used to be 43. This is for a relatively smaller camper. And then there's 41. This used to be 42. And this is the site that we're in. And we booked that one because we had stayed in 42 before. But it is definitely a little different from where we were before. Orientation of the camper is backed in here different because of the layout. But as you can see, there's our picnic table. And these little platforms, while they're great, they do kind of take up real estate and limit you a little bit. But it does look nice. It's a level spot. But we just don't have as much real estate as we did the last time we were here. The other thing with this particular site, this used to be accessible to the site as well, park an extra vehicle, and they've kind of put rocks here.
So you can still park that.
You know, change is good. They've done a lot for this campground. Here is site 40. Has a motorhome in it. You can see that's a 40 Deluxe, so they've got a nice big area there. 39D. It's also a fairly large site. It's a Deluxe, and there's a lot of room with this one. 35 and 39 are probably the biggest sites in here as far as room outside of the camper spot. To our left, as we pan around, is the bathhouse play area, and this is extra parking. There used to be a basketball area here, so a basketball goal with a nice flat concrete pad, which is now gone, as well as there was a pirate ship that the kids played on. Keeping with the left side here, we're gonna step into the men's restroom. Well, first of all, show the trash here. They've got some nice garbage and recycling bins. Water fountains have been installed and a dishwashing station. All right, we'll step into the men's restroom here and show you guys what that looks like. The bathrooms, when it was Imagination Mountain, were always very clean, but they've really done a number here and made these look nicer. So this is kind of the area. See the nice lights. They put a better heater and AC and fan in here. We'll take a look in here. I'm not gonna look at every single one of them, but just a standard toilet here. Showers. You can see they've got the body wash, shampoo, and conditioner for you. Shower head. There's a bigger, nicer shower head here. Only thing I could probably suggest further would be a bench to sit on, or at least place your things on, even though there are some hooks. This one is still under construction, but you see this one is accessible for disabled persons. You can actually even roll a wheelchair up in there if you needed to. All right, so we're gonna stick the camera in the laundry room, not go in here because they do still have some construction going on in here. As you can see, not quite got this all set up yet. We're not going to step in, but they're working on getting the laundry room up and running. All right, 39 is where we left off. This is 38. It is just a 38F, which means full hookup. So water, power, sewer. And it looks like there may be a little grading to do still on this one. Let's see, the brush and run is not very, or gravel is not very level yet. Looks like they've done some grading out here, but still some to go. You see, this is where the stream connects with the one from the Yurt village. And this is actually deep enough to have some critters in it. So they say that there are trout in these streams. People have caught trout. I'm sure there are probably salamanders, newts, crawdads, potentially all that kind of stuff out here. And this water is typically very cold, as is typical of mountain streams. You see, this is back up toward the footbridge where we crossed to go to the Yurt village. We are coming out of site 38. You can see this has also got, like every site has the platform. Coming across to site 37. This one may not need to have any slides to fit in this one, it looks like, because it is very small. Not sure if they're just not done with it yet, but it's smaller, while this area is bigger. Next to it, it's 36, which is occupied. That is also a full hookup, but as you can see for it, it has a nice big platform over there. Then 35 is the other one that I was talking about. Is a huge deluxe site. So plenty of room for the camper, and then all this room out to the side
Or like a tent even.
for activities and that kind of stuff.
Papa ought to fit in that one.
34F, which is also a fairly large site, even though it's just a full hookup site, not a deluxe. It might need to be a little bit shorter here. And then this is 33, which you would need something pretty narrow to go in here as well because of the way it's oriented and the tree is. If we cut back to the left here. This is site 46F, which is also small, and it's got quite a slope on it, so that would be a little more difficult to level. 32F. Still a pretty narrow site, but you can probably get a larger camper in here. Fairly big area here. And back to the left is 47, which is definitely a smaller one. There's a nice big area back there. It looks like it does not have a picnic table yet, but definitely need a smaller camper for that one. And the one right beside it, we'll see in just a minute. 31D. Get into some shorter sites here. Got 48F, which is the one we were talking about, that backed up to 47 there. So a smaller one there as well. This one I believe is a pull through, which is 49F. .30D, which is a small deluxe site.
What does W mean?
And we'll step back over here and just see what the stream looks like down through here. You see they've actually fortified the stream down through here with rocks and stuff. See, this is a nice big area here for the stream. Now the main road, which is Hooper Highway, goes right up over there. There's a bridge right there.
I saw a fish jump.
Nice place. Can you come back?
I'm gonna cut across this site here. Probably a couple sites. Here. So this is a smaller site as well. This is 29, which has a W, which I think just stands for water. So I do see an electrical box over there. There's the water hookup. I think that just means there's no sewer to it, is what the W stands for. Still a nice little platform with the picnic table and the firebox. Fire ring, I should say. And back to the left is 50F, which is this pull through right here. And then when you have this site, your little area to have your activities and family stuff in is out front right here. See the fire ring there. And then the only bad thing about that, which is not bad, but you're kind of facing the traffic that's coming through. That'll be coming around this corner and taking a left right here. Right here we are in 28W. I think it stands for water, Sam, but I think it just means no sewer because there's electrical and water. I'm going to step down here. This one's a fairly narrow site here, so some smaller campers would need to go in here. And this is what I was coming back down here for. Kind of show this a little bit. Nice little waterfalls down here. You definitely get that waterfall white noise at night through here. I have noticed is that the gnats are worse down this way for some reason. They have not bothered us up at 41. You can see here, Adley has made her way out onto the big rock there. There's a nice big platform here. So I need to look at this site better. That smaller one right here we were just in does not have one. Yeah, 28W does not have one unless they share it with 27W here.
Does not have what?
The platform. And this is 26.
Ooh, look at that.
And 25.
And the next could also just because I'm swimming.
That's 25. There's a tent site over here. It doesn't look like they've gotten to these to kind of revamp them yet. Kind of looks like a lot of the gravel stops right over here is kind of piled up a little bit, and that little tent area, still a lot of roots, that kind of stuff. They're still working through a lot of this stuff. Right to our left, I think that was 50 that we were talking about was a pull through. You can see there's a grill over there, another tent site, and then one last tent site.
I don't know where I put my phone.
And we have made it around the campground. You exit the same way you come in. Back to the office and lodge here. Got some nice chairs out front. Firewood for sale. Ice. And of course, here's the pool. We'll get to that in just a minute. Got all the merchandise in here.
Figuring that out. It's funny how a bottle feels closer than a friend.
Will you snatch it?
I can still see. It's amazing.
Alright, we are on the back side of the store and lodge. That is the entrance into the lodge common area, and then there's a little bar in there for snacks and drinks. They will also have beer and alcohol. So sitting by the pool, get you a drink. Got this lovely mural here. Bathroom on the back side here for women. And the men to the right, of course. You can see this is the balconies to the lodge upstairs. And to the right are many of the cabins. Kind of walk over this way. pet stations. See right here, these are some larger cabins. This is the Spruce number 13. Spruce number 12 right here. These are oak. So there are 3 spruce right there, 3 oak here in a row. See, back up this way, there are 2 common areas with a fire pit. And then this area right here is what they call an activity yard. And see, they got cornhole and some other games over there. It looks like Connect 4. Over here through between these, since nobody's occupying them right now. This is the other side for the pine cabins. And this is the creek or stream. This is the stream. Back up this way. And again, these have very nice front porches with some patio furniture. They all have mini splits, so very efficient heating and cooling. This is another spruce, so it looks like there's 4 spruce total along this row. The 3 oak. This is the footbridge back across to the RV sites. Also an oak cabin. And here is kind of a nice covered area to hang out, especially in the winter when it's cool. Got a nice big fireplace here, little lounge area, and the pool, which will we be in just a little bit later. These nice tables here. Very nice tables. I believe that is a speaker, a wireless speaker. I have those on several of the tables out here. This is what used to be Hammock Hollow. Not exactly sure what they're going to do with it here, but looks like they have, of course, taken all the hammocks down. Of course, if you've been here, you know they were kind of rotting, not in very good shape. So we'll wait to see what's going to happen with this area. And 3 more spruce cabins. This is a parking area. So if I'm not mistaken, there used to be a cabin straight over there. And around this little area. But they've made it into a parking spot for your extra vehicles or visitors, that kind of thing. footbridge. We'll stop and take a peek at the stream here. We are here at one of the oak cabins, number 10. Looks like the pine. There's a nice front porch here. Some patio furniture. And of course, the stream running between the cabins here, right off your front porch. Swing back around to the inside. The entryway here is a little sitting area with a coffee table and couch. A couple of nice windows here. There's a little dining table just to the right of the door. Your mini split heating and air just above there. Back this way is the little kitchen area with the retro fridge, sink, electric hot plate, and some pots and pans just like the pine cabin was. To the left is the main bedroom, it looks like. Queen size bed. A couple of nightstand tables with lamps on them. Nice little light fixture above there. Coming back out into the left. Bathroom is straight ahead. Nice tiled in shower, not quite as big as the last one that we saw. Nice tiled floors. And here is a second bedroom with looks like 2 twin beds. So perfect for the kids in here. Nice little window out if they wanted to see what was going on outside. And a second mini split in this one. So this room has its own heat and air. Back out. And say hello to the family.
Show the view off the front porch.
I sure did. All right, we're at one of the spruce cabins here, and these are still under construction, so they're not super great. It's very hard to see actually with that. You see the upstairs. That's not helping anybody.
It is too.
Little kitchen area. There's a sitting area there. You see the stairs that goes up to what appears to be a loft.
It's easier to see when there's something
Very hard to see that.
covering the window.
But we couldn't get into one of these because they are still under construction right now.